Good morning and welcome to today's Fit Tip of the Day. I was going over the whole decreasing the circumference of your waist, because we all want a small waist, men and women. We don't want this big, waist. Waist trainers were brought to my attention. Now, there's some pros and cons that go along with waist trainers. Ultimately, I don't care how long you wear a waist trainer. If you don't decrease the body fat and you don't improve the quality of the food that you eat, your stomach is not going to look any different. Your waist is not going to look any different. If you wear a waist trainer for a year or 10 years, you're going to atrophy the muscles around your core. But if you don't drop body fat, if you don't change your eating habits, you're not going to have a small waist. If you eat pizza and you're sensitive to gluten, it's going to bloat you up, even if you wear a waist trainer. If you have a high percentage of body fat and you're genetically predisposed to store fat in your stomach, you're gonna have a thick waist still, waist trainer or not. Now, let's go into the pros of wearing a waist trainer. If you're consistent to a nice, clean, healthy diet, you know what foods aggravate you and you eliminate them from your diet, and you wear a waist trainer, you can see results. Now, what you have to do is stay consistent to it like anything else. Imagine you break your leg and they cast it, right? So this is what a waist trainer does. It's like breaking a limb and they cast it. For however long you wear that cast, depending on the injury, those muscles within that cast are not going to be mobile. So that means the muscle's not going to be active. It's not going to have to engage to support the weight of your body or anything that you're doing. So with muscle, if you don't use it, you lose it. So the leg that's casted is not being used. So those muscles will atrophy. Ultimately, you will die because you don't use them. And when they're not being used, they burn less calories, yes, because there's no active motion that requires energy. So there's no calories to burn it. And your body is always striving for survival. So it's going to just atrophy those muscles. Now, when you finally cut the cast off is when you see the difference. You can compare one leg to the other. The leg that overcompensated because the broken leg was not able to function properly. So the opposite leg will overcompensate and get stronger to supply what you need to move the body without that other leg. Now the other leg is going to look like it hasn't been active. It's going to look smaller and skinnier, maybe even jigglier, because there's more fat depending on your body fat, and there's no muscle. So there's no solid muscle to support that leg anymore. And it's going to be weak, and it's going to feel weak. So you're going to have to build the muscle back up to support the weight of your body and balance it back out. Now that's what happens with the cast. So when you put a waist trainer on, it will work over time. If you stay consistent to it 24/7, 7 days a week, over a 6-month period of time, a year, what you're going to sacrifice is the same thing that you sacrificed when you had a cast on. The muscles do not grow if they are not active. If they don't require any type of activity or stability, you're not going to have the strength to support your body. And everything comes from the core. You twist from the core. It keeps your body strong. So when you wear a waist trainer over a consistent period of time, you're going to see results, but you're going to sacrifice that strength. Those muscles will die and they will atrophy. And ultimately, it doesn't lead to the health and wellness and quality of your life, because your core supports your body in the movement. So you're going to have back pain because you don't have a strong core to support yourself. And you're going to feel it. Are you going to like the change? Yeah. But if you still have a bad diet, if you still have a lot of body fat, you're not going to see that small waist still. The muscles will be atrophied from wearing it over a long period of time and staying consistent to it. But if you're still not eating right, if you're still not dropping body fat, you're still not going to see the results of that waist trainer. Now, it's personal preference. What are you looking for? Do you want that strong, fit looking body with the six pack and obliques and stuff like that? You can't get that with the waist trainer, because the waist trainer is going to bind those muscles and tell them to say, hey, you know what? I don't need to stay strong because I have this waist trainer to support the structure. So the muscles will atrophy just like being in a cast. So whether you wear a waist trainer or not, just like anything else, a shake, a pill, a workout, you're gonna have to team that up with other variables like a clean diet, foods that don't aggravate your stomach when they digest, yeast, gluten, soy, dairy. Some of that stuff does aggravate your guys' stomach. You just don't know. And so you get bloated and stuff like that when your body tries to digest. You get indigestion, digestive issues, and stuff like that. So you have to consider that when it comes to having a small waist. Now, can you get a small waist without a waist trainer? Yeah, you can. It's going to take just as long to get a small waist without a waist trainer as if you did with a waist. Now, the benefits that come along with having a small waist without a waist trainer is strength, is muscle. So you're going to have a strong back. If you have a strong core, you're going to have a strong back because that core supports the back and the back supports the front. You're going to have muscle. And when you have more muscle, that muscle's active and it requires energy to sustain its life. And so it burns more calories to be active and move and support that structure. So you're going to burn more calories having more muscle. And when you burn more calories and you fuel your body properly, so when you have more muscle and you fuel your body properly, that muscle will help to shed the fat. And when you shed the fat, depending on your genetics, that fat will come off, or you're genetically predisposed to lose weight or body fat where it may. And in time, that waist will get small. You'll be strong, you'll have muscle, and you'll be a fat burning machine versus a waist trainer trying to work magic without changing your diet, without strength training, and just weakening your core and ultimately setting yourself up for more injuries and back problems. So those are my recommendations. Those are my thoughts on a waist trainer. Will it work? Yeah, anything works if you're consistent to it. What you need to do is work. It's not easy. It's going to take sacrifice just like anything else. You have to ask yourself if wearing a waist trainer is worth the sacrifice. Or is building muscle and clean up your diet worth the sacrifice? It's all up to you. The choice is yours. Whether you do it or you don't, the time's going to pass. So pick your poison. I can't tell you what to do, what not to do. What I can tell you is what I recommend and what's going to better your life long term over time. And that's what matters. So those are my thoughts. I hope it helps you. If you have any more questions or comments, or you want to bring anything else to my attention that you want my opinion about. Somebody asked about my hair. I was like, my hair looks dumb all week, like messy hair all the damn time. But I guess sometimes when I comb my hair, it looks cool. So a video is what you want of me, how I curl my hair with the wand. So when I get ready one day and go somewhere, I'll record myself doing my hair so you can see how I do it. Okie dokie. You guys have an awesome day. I'll see you soon. Bye.